Region 8-3 overall. They've been off for 10 days. Their last game was on the 7th of January, where they won at Wyndmere Lidgerwood by a score of 68-49. 3 in double figures that night. Caitlin Tingley on 8 of 18 shooting had 25 points. The sophomore went 5 of 6 from the free throw line. She also grabbed 6 rebounds, had 3 steals, and also dished out 3 assists in that victory. So they've been off for 10 days, and there's a good and a bad to that. As Gareth Hansen, in his first year as head coach of the Eagle girls, says it's nice because we got a little bit of a break. We certainly will take full advantage of it. He says, but now we come back. We're going to start a pretty difficult stretch of games and a pretty busy stretch of games, and there might be a little bit of rust. So we'll see how things shake out there. Meantime, for the Central Cass Squirrels, they're trying to get it turned around after a couple of tough losses. Saw the Squirrels last week in Hankinson win a bit of a rock fight, 42-35, but a region win on the road. You'll take those when you get the opportunity. The Squirrels have lost 5 of 6 games, lost to Carrington here Friday, 57-41, and then ran into a top 10 team with a very good one. 10th-ranked Lytton HMB out of what looks to be a very competitive Region 3 once again. Game out of the Jamestown Civic Center on Tuesday night. Squirrels were hampered by poor shooting, 12 of 39 from the floors. They shot a little over 30% from the field, 27 turnovers as they fell behind 43-17 at the half and lost 70-35. Jalen Cotton had 9 points to lead the way for Central Cass, and has been the case much of the year for this very, very young Squirrels team, is the fact that kind of looking to see where the points are going to come from, and it's a little kind of a fruit basket upset of points. So you're just looking for contributions wherever you can find them. Jalen Cotton has definitely stepped up and played some better basketball here. Freshman post averaging 6 points a game, 6 points and 2.5 rebounds a game for the Central Cass Squirrels. She had 9 in that loss. So Enderlin, well, as we mentioned, this is going to start a busy stretch of games for the Eagles, and they've yet to face Kindred. They've yet to face Richland, 2 teams that are up at the top of the heap right now in Region 1, along with the Eagles. They'll face Richland and Enderlin on Tuesday night. They have to go to Oak Grove next week, and their matchup with Kindred coming up on the 29th, where for Central Cass, some games I think they feel they can win here in the next few weeks, and especially in region play, and that's where you've got to try and make your move within Region 1, as we'll get to the Region 1 standings here in just a moment. But Central Cass 3-2 in region play, which puts them at a tie for 5th with Northern Cass. That game with the Jags next Tuesday night will be very important. Those head-to-head wins, especially teams that are kind of in the middle of the pack like you are, that could be a potential tiebreaker that might, like I said, that might be the difference between a home game and a road game in a play-in matchup. Might be the difference from being a 3 or a 4 seed to get you a first-round bye into the quarterfinals. Those are just a few examples, but Northern Cass, Maple Valley, Sargent Central, Milner North Sargent will be a difficult one. They'll play that game on a neutral court at the Blickery Activity Center at NDSCS. But really balanced scoring. Riley Holzer and Bella Lennard at little over 7 points a game. Jalen Cotton at 6 points a game as well for the Central Cass Squirrels. Meantime, the Enderlin Eagles getting some very good contributions. They have 2 players that average double figures point-wise. A sophomore, Caitlin Tingley, 5'8" guard, is averaging 15 points, 5 rebounds a game. Hope Lindgren, who is one of 2 seniors on this Enderlin squad. Lindgren averaging 11 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 2.5 assists a game as well for the Enderlin Eagles. The Eagles will get Danica Wender back, first game back after an injured thumb, which she has missed a handful of games, and they will be without Madison Bartholomew, a 5'8" senior. She has a partial tear of her ACL. She's trying to get clearance from the doctor to see if, being the fact that it's not a full tear and a partial tear, we're going to try and see if she can finish out the rest of the season, and if she needs surgery, if they can prolong that surgery and wait and have that surgery after the season is over. But that they've got to get clearance and get the word from the physician if that's going to be the case or not. But they will be without her tonight, and they'll basically be playing a full 10 and just 1 senior with Herb Lindgren. So, as is the case in a lot of Region 1 teams, there's a lot of youth. Kayla Tingley, actually 3 seniors with Kayla Tingley, Hope Lindgren, and Madison Bartholomew, but Caitlin Tingley produces leading scorer as a sophomore. Brooke Christensen, who we saw had a good volleyball season. Brooke Christensen averaging 7 points, and the leading rebounder for the Eagles at 7 points and 7.7 rebounds a game. Taking a look at some games around the region tonight. It's a busy night of the girls' side in Region 1. As taking a peek at the schedule for tonight, Northern Cass out at Tri-State to face the winless Tri-State Tigers. Maple Valley is at Wyndmere Lidgerwood. Another good one in the region will be at the Gorder Gymnasium at Oak Grove with Milner North Sargent at Oak Grove. Hankinson at Richland and Lisbon at Sargent Central is another interesting matchup in the region. Kindred at 8-0 in region play, 9-3 overall. All their losses outside of region play to DGF, Grafton, and Thompson. The Eagles are 5-0 in region play. Richland 4-1. Milner North Sargent 3-1 going into their game with Oak Grove tonight. As Milner North Sargent's only loss in region play came last week at the hands of the Richland Colts. Northern Cass and Central Cass 3-2 in region play. Hankinson's at 3-3, but Hankinson loses tiebreakers to Northern Cass and Central Cass, lost both of those teams head-to-head. Oak Grove 2-3, and going to be very difficult without Amanda Roller, who suffered that injury that hospitalized her for a few days afterwards out in Bismarck, and more than likely her basketball season is over, but they're 2-3 in the region. Sargent Central 2-3 in the region. Lisbon 2-5, Wyndmere Lidgerwood at 1-5, and Maple Valley and Tri-State yet to win a game in Region 1 play. Stay tuned. Our starting lineups, let's get to our Hunter Grain Company starting lineups right now. Before we get to a break, national anthem and tip-off coming up just a few minutes away, as our coverage brought to you this evening on 103.9 The Truck, 103.9thetruck.com by the Cass County Wildlife Club. Our coverage also brought to you by the Cass County Reporter and by Castleton Lumber. Starting lineup first for the visiting Enderlin Eagles. Gareth Hansen, the head coach of the Eagles, assisted by Tim Lindgren and Haley Madsen. They come at 8-3 overall and 5-0 in the region. The starting lineup will go like this for the Eagles. For guards number 2, Caleb Tingley. She is a 5'5 senior. They're in the backcourt by number 4, Caitlin Tingley, leading scorer, just over 15 points a game, 25 in their last game on the 7th to win at Wyndmere Lidgerwood. She is a 5'8 sophomore. And the third guard, number 13, Kaylee Schlecht, a 5'7 sophomore. Forwards will be number 10, Hope Lindgren, a 5'9 senior, and number 22, Brooke Christensen, a 5'11 junior. So the guards are the Tingleys, Kayla and Caitlin, along with Kaylee Schlecht. The forwards are Lindgren and Christensen for the Enderlin Eagles. They are in the road blacks with the orange lettering and numerals outlined in white. The eagle emblem on the side of the shorts in black and orange trim. So our national anthem coming up. We'll come back with the Hunter Grain Company.
It's time for Central Cass girls basketball as the Squirrels take on the Enderlin Eagles. Enderlin is 8-3 overall and 6-0 in the region. Central Cass is 4-7, coming off a Tuesday loss to Linton. It's all coming up next on Squirrel TV.
National anthem here, the Central Cass Pep Band, of course, when they with all the additions and renovations here at the school. The stage, of course, used to be on the one end of the main gym. Well, that is not the case anymore. So when the band performs, they perform in the bleachers here on our side of the gym. So it is a little bit different. The band room is just across the hall from the south gym, or the main gym here, the north gym here at Central Cass. The Hunter Grain Company starting lineups. Hunter Grain Company with locations in Hunter and Gardner, a local farmers cooperative. Starting lineup here for the home team of the scoreboard, the Central Cass Squirrels. They've lost 5 of their past 6 games. They are 4-7 overall. Jay Bachman, the head coach of the Squirrels, assisted by Riley Danielson, Courtney Dixon, and Marlon Haugen. Starting lineup will go like this for the Central Cass Squirrels. Starting lineup will go like this. The guards will be number 10, Bella Lennard, a 5'6 junior. Going to the backcourt, Riley Holzer will handle things at the point. She's a 5'4 freshman. Forwards will be number 12, Kaylee McKinnon, a 5'7 freshman, and number 23, Lexi Bohr, a 5'8 senior, and in the middle, number 21, Jalen Cotton. She's played well the last handful of games to kind of cement her place for now in the starting lineup for the Squirrels, as Cotton is a 5'10 freshman. Guards are Leonard and Holzer, McKinnon and Bohr, the forwards, and Jalen Cotton in the middle. Central Cass. Squirrels are in the home whites with the red lettering and numerals, outlined in black and red and black trim. Your starting lineups again brought to you by the Hunter Grain Company, Hunter and Gardner. Hunter Grain Company is a local farmers cooperative. Game brought to you tonight on 103.9 The Truck, 103.9thetruck.com, brought to you by the Ring Neck in Leonard, by Bank North, by Enderlin Hardware Hank, and by Piper Tax of Castleton and Enderlin. Stay tuned. Tip off of the Squirrels and the Eagles here in this Region 1 girls basketball matchup. Enderlin trying to move to 6-0 in region play. Tip off coming up in 30 seconds. Pretty decent crowd on the Thursday night. Boys basketball tomorrow. It'll be Central Cass at Richland. Jared Maidenwald will be filling in for me tomorrow. He'll have the game for you. The Squirrels and the state-ranked Colts starting around 7:30 tomorrow night. Enderlin wins the toss and the tap when we are underway. Kaylee Schleck between the circles, finding Kayla Tingley. She's the older of the two Tingley girls. Picks up her dribble. Eagles from right to left to start the first half. Has tipped, intended for Lindgren, and a foul as Cotton trying to knock the pass away was on her back. Cotton picks up her first of the game. And it will be Eagles basketball. Christensen front court far sideline will trigger it in. As Eagles get set off the inbounds. We'll go for Schleck, sends it left wing. That's Kayla Tingley with it. Left-handed drive to the baseline around Leonard. The runner is up and too strong, and the rebound wrestled away, and finally corralling it Riley Holzer for Central Cass. Holzer back the other way with it. And the Squirrels will go from left to right front court. Enderlin will go in a 2-3 zone. Imagine we'll see that most of the night. McKinnon makes a couple of dribbles now for Holzer between the circles. Back McKinnon left side. Dribbles back up top. Hooks a pass for Leonard. Leonard right of the paint. Double team comes as she picks up the dribble. Trying to force a tie-up. They get a turnover instead. Ball's knocked away and Schleck the steal. And Central Cass with 27 turnovers Tuesday night. Give it away in their first possession. Tingley right wing. It's Caitlin Tingley. Shot fake. Now works her way to the corner. Cut off there by Holzer. Back right wing. Christensen enters it inside. That is Lindgren. Turnaround shot for Hope. Calls over the rim and good. Hope Lindgren for two, and Enderlin strikes first. It's 2-0 Eagles. Back comes Holzer with it. 2-3 Eagles zone. Riley, right wing for Kaylee McKinnon. Takes one dribble to the right wing, sets her feet, tees up a three. It is off the back rim, no good. Battle for loose ball. Menard, the offensive rebound for the Squirrels. Back up top for McKinnon. Central Cass can reset. Cotton in the corner. Rainbow three. That's too strong. Offensive rebound. Another one for Bevel Menard. Squirrels can extend the possession up top with it. McKinnon. 6:29 to go first quarter. Cotton right wing looks inside. Now skip pass back out. Goes for Holzer. Holzer for McKinnon. McKinnon will drive. Gets to the blocks. And able to draw the contact and a foul call that's on Hope Lindgren. So Lindgren will pick up her first. That'll be the first of the game. And we'll get Kaylee McKinnon to the free throw line. McKinnon averaging, well, she's 58% from the stripe this year. Kaylee is averaging a little over 4 points a game. Close to 4.5. First free throw off the front rim, no good. So one more coming here for Central Cass in the freshman Kaylee McKinnon from the stripe. Tuesday night, they were 7 of 13 in Jamestown against Lytton HMB. Free throw missed, and Christensen the rebound. Outlet for Lindgren, now the far side. Chased here by McKinnon, overplayed to her left to the far corner. Caitlin Tingley tees up a three. That's an air ball strong, and Leonard another rebound. Bella has 3 rebounds here in the first 2 minutes of the game. Here's Holzer across the Squirrel emblem at center court. Riley between the circles with it. Squirrels get set on the half court. High on the left side for Kaylee McKinnon. McKinnon back for Holzer. Shot clock 20 near corner Leonard. Leonard looking inside as Christensen fronting on Cotton. She tries to walk the tightrope from the baseline. Lonnie Urbis, one of our officials, said she stepped out of bounds. Turnover. That'll be number 2 against Central Cass. They really had no room to try and maneuver and work her way down the baseline. Back comes Central Cass with it up top with it. Schleck, left elbow Christensen. They send it back out Left wing, Tingley to the corner, Lindgren, long two, 18-footers and air ball strong. Rebound loose, chased down by Holzer, 2-second rebound. Still 2-0 Enderlin, back comes Central Cass, 5.5 to go in the opening quarter. Holzer up top, right wing for Cotton, baseline, Lennard takes one dribble in, hands it off inside, Lexi Bohr and lays it in. Lennard the assist. With one dribble, defender came to meet Hearn. Found an opening inside, dropped it for Lexi, tied at 2. Here's Lindgren, drives left block, pulls up, shot off the glass, no good. Ball tapped around, loose ball. Lexi Bohr hands it off to Cotton. The outlet pass thrown away, intended for Lennard, and Central Cass turns it over for the third time here in the opening quarter. Substitution for Central Cass, number 11, Emma Lee, 5'9" junior is in the lineup for Central Cass. Lee averaging a little over 6 points a game, shooting 43% from two-point range on the year. As the inbounds between the circles with the Christensen. Bounce pass. That is for Schlecht. Schlecht chased by McKinnon. Squirrels in his zone. Here's a three. Kayla Tingley, it's up. That spins off no good. Rebound loose and wrestled away. Lexi Bohr corrals the rebound for the Squirrels. Outlet for Holzer. Tied at 2. 4:52 to go in the opening quarter. Right wing. That is Lennard. Lennard about chest high in the dribble. Lobs it underneath. Double teamed is Lee. Tries to hook a pass out. It's drop. It picked up by McKinnon. Ball knocked free. Tingley knocks it free. Wrestling match at the free throw line. Lexi Bohr ties it up with Schlecht. Jump ball. Possession light. It will stay with Central Cass. Lennard will take a seat. Substitution in for the Squirrels. Number 22, Morgan Lee. A 5'6" freshman is in the lineup. The inbounds coming off a screen. Right wing three. Kaylee McKinnon off the front rim. No good. Holzer the offensive rebound. Pass out intercepted. Taken away by Caitlin Tingley as she'll go coast to coast. Misses the layup though. And Morgan Lee the rebound. Loose ball foul. A double whammy there for Enderlin. They forced the turnover, but the breakaway layup missed, and then a loose ball foul going to be on Kaylee Schlecht of the Eagles. That'll be her second. Actually, her first, beg your pardon. Second team foul. McKinnon will check out. It's number 3. It's Tori Richter, a 5'4", 8th grader in for Central Cass. Boy, she did a nice job defensively and really hustled well in that game we saw her last Thursday. At 6 points off the bench against the Hankinson Pirates. Squirrels basketball as Holzer retreats to the edge of the center circle. The Eagles are going to stay in that zone. Now they're going to go man-to-man defense. Lee to the top of the key with it. Now will attack into the paint. Slides through a couple of defenders. Got hacked and fouled. Morgan Lee able to find a crease down the paint and got hacked as she got about halfway out of the paint. Foul called. It'll be the third team foul against Enderlin. Number 1 on Caitlin Tingley. And Morgan Lee, freshman at the free throw line, will shoot a pair. Toss number 1 is up and good. 3-2 now, Central Cass with the lead. One more coming for Morgan Lee. She is averaging a little over 4 points a game. Toss number 2, that one good. Bottom ball, Squirrels have the lead, 4-2. Back comes Enderlin. Tingley, cross-court pass Christensen. Has it down floor, that is Caitlin Tingley, right wing. Takes one dribble, picks up that dribble. Christensen baseline, drives on Bohr, slides around her to the rim. Layup left it short. Tapped around, loose ball with a couple of sets of hands into the hands of Emily for Central Cass. And Lee back the other way with it. That's Morgan Lee for the Squirrels. In there with Emma. Right wing Richter. Posting up as Emma Lee down lows. Richter works her way back up top. Holzer to the far corner. Emma Lee, 17-footer left baseline is long, no good. Offensive rebound. Another offensive board. This one to Tori Richter. Morgan Lee, right wing. Met there defensively by Lindgren. Bounce pass inside. That's Bohr. Lexi drives as her shot blocked. Christensen the block and picks up the loose ball. That comes Enderlin. Christensen. Bounce pass right wing. Scooped up by Tingley. Left-handed dribble. Will hook a pass out off the hands of Schlecht. Picks it up between the circles. 3:17 to go in the opening quarter. Kayla Tingley. Cross-court Caitlin Tingley. Fingertip catch. She'll take the three. They'll give her some space off the front rim. That's no good. Morgan Lee grabs her second rebound for Central Cass. 3:05 to go in the opening quarter and a timeout. Timeout called by Jay Bachman and the Squirrels as substitution Greta Gibson's going to check in for the Squirrels. It is a Valley Plains equipment timeout. Short timeout will keep it here with 3:04 to go in the opening quarter. And kind of a ragged start. Enderlin might be trying to shake some of the rust off as their head coach is suggesting that might be the case after 10 days between games. And it's sometimes the schedule just works that way where you get a break of a week or longer even within the regular season, and it's not ideal, but you live with it and you deal with it as the Eagles coming in scoring just under 55 points a game as a team. They shoot 32% from three-point range. Caitlin Tingley's at 26 threes, shooting 37% from beyond the arc coming into play this evening. They shoot 49% from two-point range. Morgan Lee the inbounds for Holzer, and Come back here after the timeout. 4-2 in favor of Central Cass. Gibson baseline, lob inside, caught in traffic. Emily shot off the glass, too strong. And the rebound to the Eagles. The rebound to Caitlin Tingley, and a loose ball foul on Central Cass. She was hacked and fouled by Tori Richter. It's her first, second team foul. 2:54 to go in the opening quarter. Valley Plains Equipment bringing in that timeout of Hunter in Galesburg. Inbounds taken there by Christensen. Christensen works her way front court. Long bounce pass. Caitlin Tingley, right wing. Cutter coming through Christensen. They enter it in for Christensen. Kick out back left wing. Kayla Tingley. Tingley left to the key. 2:40 to go first quarter. Pass tip. Off the deflection, Lindgren for Schlacht. Left wing, Kayla Tingley. Shot clock 15. Sends a pass out. Caught in traffic there by Schlacht. Far corner, Caitlin Tingley. Left-handed drive. Spins on Holzer. Good defense by Riley. Caught. Short corner. Sends it back out. Kayla Tingley's three. Front rim no good. Tori Richter the rebound for Central Cass. 4-on-2 if they hustle. Bounce pass for Emily. Bobbles it. Drops it for Holzer left wing. Riley will hook a pass out. It's tipped. Picked up by Morgan Lee. Back for Richter. Left side Holzer. Open. 21-footer left side. Spins off no good. Rebound deflected. It's loose. And it'll be out of bounds to Central Cass. Bella Lennard back in for Central Cass to replace Tori Richter. 2:07 to go here in the opening quarter. Substitution in for the Eagles. Danica Wendell, her first game back after missing a few with an injured thumb. 5'10 junior is in for Christensen. Enderlin has 10 players dressed for the game tonight. Inbounds Lennard. Not about a three. Enderlin back to that zone, a 2-3 zone. Left wing with it, Holzer. Riley takes one dribble. Morgan Lee sets her feet right of the key. 20-footer goal! Three for Morgan Lee. 7 straight for Central Cass. A staggered 7-0 run. 7-2 in favor of Central Cass. Cross-court pass and hustling into front court. Schlacht. Nice job with a press break. Wendell drives underneath. Has her shot blocked by Lennard, but some contact and a foul call. She tried to worm her way in between a pair of defenders and a foul called. Fouls on Bevel Lennard. That'll be her first, third team foul, and that will get Danica Wendell to the free throw line. Playing in her 8th game of the year. She averages a little over 5 points a game. Toss number 1 coming. That is up and no good. Enderlin is a team from the free throw line. Coming in 68% from the stripe. Wendell coming in 10 of 19, so she's 10 of 20, 50% even from the stripe. 1:42 to go in the opening quarter. 7-2 Central Cass. Toss number 2 coming, and that one's good. 1 of 2 for Wendell. 7-3 Squirrels. Brooke Christensen's break, a quick one in for Lindgren. 7-3, minute 42 to go in the opening quarter. Your 5 for the Squirrels. It is Holzer, Morgan Lee, Gibson, Emma Lee, and Lennard. Lennard catches right wing, met there in that zone by Kaylee Schlacht. Starts a right-handed dribble, weaves in and around defenders. Shot flat-footed and short. Offensive rebound, Emma Lee, put back no good, and a foul. Where the Squirrels have owned the glass here in the opening quarter. Several offensive rebounds. Lennard got 2 in 1 possession. Foul called on Brooke Christensen, her first. 14 foul against Enderlin, and Emma Lee will shoot a pair here for Central Cass. Toss number 1 is around the rim and off, no good. Squirrels 2 of 5 from the line so far here in the quarter. Back to that win against Hankinson last week. They were 7 of 12 from the stripe. Toss number 2 is up, and that one good. Third Squirrel to score. It's now 8-3 in favor of Central Cass. Schlacht pass just into front court. Caitlin Tingley surrounded by 3 defenders. Her pass went wide. It was going to be over and back, but ends up on the scorer's table. She was surrounded by a triangle of defenders and might have panicked. Pass went into backcourt and eventually thrown away. Enderlin turns it over for the first time here in the game. 1:18 to go in the opening quarter. High on the left side, it is Gibson. Lob underneath, caught inside. Bubble Lennard drops it out for Lee up top. Holzer returns it for Morgan Lee. Back for Holzer up top. Reverses it left side for Gibson. Lob, high post, tipped away from Lee. It's loose. Emma grabs it back. Drops it out for Holzer. Right of the key. Steps into a 20-footer and hits. Riley Holzer buries the triple. It's 11-3 Central Cass. Final minute of the first quarter. Tingley, pass. Enderlin, nice job with the press break. Wendell drives all the way to the rim. Layup no good, and the foul called. Nice job with the press break. They got it to midcourt, and then Schlacht able to turn. If you look up, you're going to find something good every time, and they did, finding Wendell. Foul's going to be on Morgan Lee, her first. 14 foul against Central Cass. Will halt the clock with 51.4 seconds left, and Wendell is back at the stripe to shoot 2. Here for the Enderlin Eagles. Toss number 1 is good. Nothing but net. McKinnon and Lexi Boer check in to replace Emma Lee and Gibson. One more coming is from the free throw line. That win over Wyndmere Lidgerwood. The Eagles were 73% at 19 of 26 on the 7th. Free throw short and missed everything. So if it did not hit the rim, it's a dead ball. Hope Lindgren, her break a quick one in for Caitlin Tingley. When you're dressing 10 and one of your key reserves is not playing, you kind of have to be creative in getting your starters some breaks. And usually it's right around or close to a quarter break. Right wing Lee open. 3 is up right side, no good. Lexi Moore offensive rebound. Shot block picked up by Holzer. Squirrels will reset. 20 on the shot clock. High on the left, it's Holzer. Left wing Kaylee McKinnon just inside the arc. 31 seconds to go in the quarter. Right wing Morgan Lee. Cross-court pass Kaylee McKinnon. Takes one dribble with the right hand. Returns it right wing Morgan Lee. They swing it around back from McKinnon from Holzer. 7 on the shot clock. Right wing Morgan Lee. Back up top Holzer. Looks left for McKinnon. Shot clock at 2. At 1. Forces up a shot. It's in and out, no good. On the rebound to Christensen. Not a bad look considering it was a hurried shot with the shot clock winding down. Lindgren, as the Eagles have numbers, bounce pass inside. Schleck steps into one, layup no good. Ball deflected loose. Lindgren trying to chase it down. It's still loose and a jump ball. The ball bouncing out to a three-point arc where Lennard and Lindgren tie it up. Possession light to the Eagles with 2.6 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Enderlin front court, far sideline front court. It'll be Christensen to trigger it in. Inbounds coming, right side, and back for Christensen. Right wing 3, back rim no good. Got the return feed from Schleck, and that'll end the first quarter. The end of one here from Castleton. Central Cass High School in this Region 1 girls basketball matchup. It is Central Cass 11, Enderlin 4. We're back in 1 minute. Second quarter, it's 11-4. Central Cass with the lead. Squirrels ball to start quarter number 2 with Holzer, McKinnon, Lexi Boer, Lennard, and Jalen Cotton back in there. Right-handed drive, Lennard gets to the blocks, forces up a shot in traffic, in and out, no good. Rebound, Lennard, and foul. Another rebound for Bella. Both teams have gotten good chances in point-blank range. They just have not been able to finish. Some of it's been contested defense. Some's, quite frankly, been a little bit of bad luck. Foul on Christensen's second personal, 5th team foul. Gets Bella Lennard to the free throw line to shoot 2 for Central Cass. Toss is no good. She's a 68% foul shooter. And attack to the axe. She'll get one more. So the Squirrels now 3 of 7 from the free throw line. One more coming. 7:48 to go here in quarter number 2. Just underway in the second. 11-4 Central Cass. Second free throw too strong off the heel. Rebound loose, still loose. Lennard and Lindgren on the deck with it. Jump ball possession light to the Eagles. Your 5 for Enderlin. It's Christensen, Lindgren, Schleck, Wendell, and Caitlin Tingley. We'll see how deep that bench goes. We mentioned they have 10 dressed. Now the right side with it. Christensen weaving in and around defenders. Caitlin Tingley steps into one. A far corner 3 is good. She's her best three-point shooter, leads them in three-point shooting. Came in 37% from beyond the arc. It's 11-7 Central Cass. Cotton high in the left front court for the Squirrels. Cross-court pass right wing. Out there by Lennard. Bella, chest high in the dribble, pulsing up down low. Cotton between the circles for Holzer. Riley with it, left side for Kaylee McKinnon. Shot clock 17. McKinnon to the top of the key with it. Picks up the dribble, lob, left side. Boer, feed inside. Cotton turns, open left, blocks off the glass. In and out, no good. Again, they got a good look. It was pretty much uncontested, but just couldn't finish. Loose ball foul on Cotton. Second on Jalen Cotton, picks up her second with 7:08 to go in the second quarter. It's now team foul number 5 against Central Cass. Squirrels show a 1-3-1 zone press. Kaylee McKinnon in backcourt out in the front of that zone. Christensen gets it into front court. Schleck, Wendell around Boer inside. Shot no good. Eagles crashing the board. Ball tipped and out of bounds. It will stay with Enderlin. 6:59 to go, and they handle that press break very smoothly and really without a lot of difficulty. So Eagle basketball to be Wendell to trigger it in for the black-clad Eagles. Back up top, it's Tingley. Tingley in a crossover, splits a pair of defenders, forces up a shot, draws contact and a foul. So Tingley will head to the free throw line as the foul is going to be on McKinnon, her first. 16th foul against Central Cass, and that will get Tingley to the free throw line to shoot a pair here for Enderlin. She's a 69% foul shooter. First free throw is in and out and back in. So 4 for Tingley here in the quarter and for the game. It is now 11-8 in favor of Central Cass. 6:55 to go, second quarter. Glad you're with us tonight on 103.9 The Truck, 103.9thetruck.com. Had a second free throw missed and chased down by Tingley. Grabs her second rebound. Cross-court pass, Schleck steps back. A three to tie it. Is off the front rim, no good. Rebounded Tingley, steps back to the wing. Baseline Christensen. Brickle drive, cut off by Bohr. Up top, Wendell, straight on three. That's good, and we're tied. Just like that, 7 straight to start the quarter. The Eagles have battled back to tie it. Timeout Central Cass. Full timeout called by Jay Bachman of the Squirrels. A Valley Plains Equipment timeout. 6:38 to go first half. Enderlin and Central Cass are tied at 11 apiece. We're back in 30 seconds. Here at Central Cass, Brad Anderson with it, Jeremy McIntyre. You hear the sounds of the Central Cass pep band playing during the timeouts. That's cool to see. You usually get the bands that will play before the game, and usually after the national anthem, they pack up the instruments for the night, but not so here. A little music between timeouts, kind of got the old collegiate feel to it. Enderlin has battled back. We're even at 11. 6:38 to go here in the first half. Your 5 for the Squirrels, it is McKinnon, Holzer, Jalen Cotton, Lennard, and Lexi Boers. Holzer front court across the Squirrels emblem at midcourt. High in the right for Lennard. We're also the Central Cass YouTube page, the basketball YouTube page. You can follow the audio with the moving pictures, a pass back out. You can see how inaccurate the play-by-play guy is. That's a turnover, number 5 for Central Cass. Squirrels will get set up in the 1-3-1 zone press. Inbounds for Tingley, back for Christensen. Please feel we take critiques, good and bad. Between the circles with it, Lindgren. Nice job again of the press break here for Enderlin. Baseline, Wendell gets around Boers, puts up the shot over Cotton, and a foul call. Very simple plays. They got Wendell to the baseline once again. Number 3 on Jalen Cotton. So she picks up her third with 6:12 to go here in the first half, and then we'll get Wendell to the free throw line. She has 5 points off the bench. It's a 3. Part of this 7-0 run. Now an 8-0 run. Free throw good. And Enderlin has their second lead of the game at 12-11. Morgan Lee in for Cotton. I imagine she'll be done for the rest of the half here now with 6:12 to go. And Enderlin has battled back to swipe the lead. 12-11 in favor of the 8-3 Enderlin Eagles. Free throw is good. Got them both. Eagles are 5 of 8 in the free throw line. Substitution number 12, Raylee Bartholomew, a 5'5 sophomore, is in to replace Brooke Christensen. So a little smaller lineup in there for the Eagles. Probably to match up size-wise a little bit better with Central Cass. High on the left, Morgan Lee has it. Lee up top for McKinnon. Kaylee now starts the dribble, takes one dribble for Holzer. Eagles will scrap the zone. They'll go man-to-man again. Morgan Lee, right wing Holzer. He'll step into 1-3, right wing, short, front rim. Rebound comes long, chased down by Tingley. Caitlin Tingley, her third rebound. Tingley drives around McKinnon to the rim and scores. 6 for Caitlin Tingley in transition. The Eagles have a 15-11 lead. It's now an 11-0 run here for Enderlin to start quarter number 2. Right wing with it, McKinnon. Couple of cutters come through. Up top, Bohr. Sends it left wing for Holzer. Pass fake by Riley. Posting up down low, Lennard. Back up top, Lee. Sends it right wing, McKinnon. Kaylee open right side for 3. In and out, no good. Halfway down and out. And a pretty good look. Wendell the rebound. Outlet for Caitlin Tingley. Caitlin Tingley back at the point for the Eagles. Picks up her dribble. Right side for Danica Wendell. The far corner, Bartholomew. Ray Lee for 3. Front rim, no. Rebound, wrestling match for it. Lennard wrestling it away from Tingley. And a loose ball foul is going to be on Caitlin Tingley. She had almost had full possession. The ball got ripped away. A foul called. Caitlin Tingley picks up her second. That will be team foul number 6 against the Eagles. So Caitlin Tingley will take a seat. 5:10 to go here in the half. Hope Lindgren back in for the Eagles. So it is Kayla Tingley along with Schlecht, Wendell, Bartholomew, and Lindgren, your 5 for Enderlin. Right side, it is Richter. Tori Richter back in there. Up top for Emily. Reverses it left side. That is Holzer. Holzer back up top for Richter. 4:53 to go. Shot clock 18 here in the second quarter. Up top with it. Couple of dribbles back up top with it. That's Holzer. Lee. Cross-court pass dropped by Richter. Turnover Central Cass. That is their 6th here in the first half. Game brought to you tonight by Jerry's Excavating of Castleton, by A Country Farm Credit Services, and Valley Plains Equipment Hunter in Galesburg, along with Casserole Water District. 4:40 to go second quarter. Squirrels so far skunked here in the second, trailing by 4. Outside ball fake, Kayla Tingley dribbles to the top of the key for Bartholomew. Further out for Tingley between the circles. Now we'll find Schlecht. Kaylee Schlecht. Back up top, Tingley. Left side, Bartholomew, 15 to shoot. Chased there by Richter to the elbow. Right wing, Lindgren. Looks inside. Posting up down low. They're entering inside Wendell. Turn around over Emily is no good. Tip loose and Holzer grabs the rebound. Third rebound for Riley Holzer. Squirrels have the edge on the glass. Lennard drives, bumps into Tingley. Short baseline shot, no. Wendell wrestles away the rebound, trying to get a hand on it. Emily moving those elbows around Wendell to clear the board. Tingley. Front court with it, Schlecht to the free throw line. Left side, Lindgren just inside the arc. Hope drives, gets a step on Lennard, and a foul called on Bella. Got beat in the drive, and her only hope was to try and see if she could poke it free. Lennard picks up her second. It is the 8th team foul against the Squirrels, so 1-1 coming for Hope Lindgren. DeConte Smith, number 15, is in the lineup for Central Cass, as she is a 5'7" 8th grader in for Lennard. So Lindgren will head to the free throw line, where she is a solid free throw shooter, 76%. First toss is up. Actually be the 1-1. She misses the front end of the 1-1. The rebound chased down by Morgan Lee for Central Cass. 3:50 and counting second quarter. Holzer, right wing Richter. To the corner with it, DeConte Smith. Back up top with it, Morgan Lee. Drives, kicks it back out, right wing for Smith. Pulls up just inside the arc, 16-footer, no. Rebound is secured by Enderlin. We've seen the Squirrels go into some long scoring droughts at times this year. They go 4 or 5 minutes without a point, and they're in one right now. 3 by Lindgren is deep off the back tab, and DeConte Smith the rebound. 3:25 to go in the second. 15-11 Enderlin. Cross court left wing, Morgan Lee will try a 3. That's good. Second 3 for Morgan Lee, and that breaks the drought here in the second quarter. 15-14 Enderlin by a point. 3:12 to go first half. Halftime, we'll take a look at the first half numbers. High on the right side, Rayleigh Bartholomew for the Eagles. Couple of passes up top for Wendell. Putting her arms straight up defensively, Lee for Bartholomew. Entry pass tipped away from Lindgren. All pinballed around to the paint. It's loose, still loose. Richter down on the deck with it, comes away with it. Turnover number 2 for the Enderlin Eagles. Back comes Morgan Lee with it for Central Cass. Left wing, Holzer. Shot fake, a right-handed drive. Back up top for Lee. Contesting Bartholomew. Lee drives, lost the ball, but right into the hands of Smith. Baseline Richter. Cut off of the short corner for Smith. DeConte just inside the three-point arc. Up top for Holzer. 15 of the shot clock on a crossover dribble. Lee. Shot fake, contesting Bartholomew. Drops it right side. Morgan for Emily with 9 to shoot. Emma looks inside now for Holzer. 6 to shoot. Holzer up top, stepping out defensively. Lindgren, she'll put up the runner from the right elbow and good. Stepping out, a little hope and recovery defense from Lindgren, but nobody came to pick her up. 16-15 Central Cass. Wendell steps back, 3 is up and missed everything. It's an air ball. Rebound Holzer. Looks to push tempo now for Central Cass. Right wing Smith open. Now getting there defensively is Wendell. DeConte in the drive. Hooks a diagonal pass out. That's Morgan Lee from 19. Goes on the arc, shot no good. Rebound wrestled away by Enderlin. Wendell. And an elbow away free and a timeout. Timeout called by Gareth Hansen of the Eagles. Full timeout. We'll take a break. It's the Valley Plains Equipment timeout. Valley Plains Equipment, Hunter and Galesburg. 1:54 to go second quarter. It is Central Cass 16. Enderlin 15. We're back in 30 seconds on 103.9 The Truck. Ed Anderson with you. Game brought to you by Piper Tax, Castleton and Enderlin, by Enderlin Hardware, Hank in downtown Enderlin, along with Mary Hill Manor and Dakota Plains Credit Union, Enderlin, Edgeley, and Ellendale. Eagles ball with a 1-point advantage. This goes left side as Lindgren was not looking for it. Tipped away by DeConte Smith to the Central Cass bench. Out of bounds in front of the Squirrels bench. Christensen, near side front court to Traeger in. 25 on the shot clock for the Eagles. As goes out between the circles. Caught there. Caitlin Tingley back in there. Up top, Christensen. Christensen veers off to the corner. Stops her dribble. Met there by Emily. Cross court pass, Kayla Tingley. Up top, they pressure the perimeter with Schlack. Left side, Tingley. Shot clock 12. High on the right side, Caitlin Tingley. Enters it inside, Christensen. Bounce pass inside. Lindgren catches and gets in and out of the paint to the corner. 5 to shoot. Hope has it knocked away. It's going to be a reach-in foul on DeConte Smith. She got the loose ball. She was underneath the basket. Dribbled to the corner, and I think might have heard the Enderlin bench yelling the shot clock was under 10. Foul on Smith, her first, 19 foul, and Hope Lindgren. The ball is coming here for the Eagles. Free throw number 1, good, she'll get another. Lindgren around 11 points a game. She has her third with that free throw. 16 apiece now, tie game. Caitlin Tingley checks out. Rayleigh Bartholomew in, so Gareth Hansen will get Caitlin Tingley out with the 2 fouls with 1:26 to go here in the half. Toss number 2 is up, and that one good. Lindgren gets them both, 17-16. Enderlin retakes the lead with 1:20 to go first half. Left wing, caught there by Morgan Lee. Pass fake to the corner. Morgan up top for Smith. Eagles man-to-man as Smith drive, gets around Lindgren, gets to the blocks, and a foul. That'll be on Christensen. Christensen kind of saying, I think I was set, but Lonnie Urbas doesn't say too much as DeConte Smith will go to the stripe. She's quick. Foul on Christensen is her third. 1:14 to go in the half as DeConte Smith will shoot a pair here for Central Cass. Toss number 1 is too strong. Taking a look at the numbers here for DeConte Smith, shooting 43% from the field. She's now 60% from the free throw line, 9 of 15, 4.6 points per game. Plays some of the B squad as well. This young Squirrel squad, free throw missed them both. But the rebound secured by Central Cass. Minute 10 to go second quarter. They got a fresh shot clock trailing by 1. Left wing with it, Richter. For Riley Holzer to the top of the key. Right wing, Morgan Lee. Pass fake to the far corner. Cross court, Holzer, left wing. Crossover. Good defense there, staying with her. Schlack. Smith. Spin move on Lindgren. Puts up the runner and good. DeConte Smith for 2. Squirrels retake the lead at 18-17. Final minute of play first half. We're at 46 seconds in rolling. Schlack front court for the Eagles. It's a screen from Lindgren. Drops it off in the corner. Bartholomew. Wendell up top. Schlack. 22 on the shot clock, but a 15-second difference. Shot clock and game clock here at the end of the half. A spin move by Wendell. Drops it right wing. Bartholomew tees up a 3. Front rim. Dances and drops for the triple. Rayleigh Bartholomew for 3. 20-18 Eagles. Shot clock is now off. 20 seconds in rolling. Left wing. Lee. Morgan for Emma. That's a long 2. Front rim no. Quick in the possession as the rebound goes to Enderlin as the board goes to Kaylee Schlachter second. Eagles a chance for the final shot. 6 seconds in rolling. Schlacht picks up her dribble. Looking for help. Finds Rayleigh Bartholomew free throw line at 1. Forces up a flat-footed shot off the heel. No good. And a back and forth second quarter as Enderlin started on a 11-0 run to start the second. Lead swapped hands a couple of times, and it will be the Eagles with a 2-point lead going into the halftime break. First half numbers coming up here in just a moment. Your halftime score from Central Cass School here in Castleton and Region 1 girls basketball action. Your halftime score, it's Enderlin 20, Central Cass 18. We're back with more first half numbers coming up in 2 minutes here on 103.9 The Drive. The Central Cass. This is the cheer squad, pep squad. They're doing their routine here at halftime. Welcome back to Central Cass School in Castleton. Brad Anderson here and Jeremy McIntyre producing things at our studios. Checking out some other games in the area. Big game in Region 2 boys hoops. Got two state-ranked teams. 6th ranked Cavalier against 3rd ranked Hillsboro Central Valley. First half score there. It is Cavalier 21, Hillsboro Central Valley 16. And see if we have any other scores to pass along at this point. Not yet. We got out to an earlier start as the B squad game went only 3 quarters. Enderlin a little short on numbers between some players doing both B squad and varsity. It's a 2-point game here at the half with Enderlin leading Central Cass 20-18. And again, the Eagles have not lost in region play. They are 5-0 within Region 1, but got some tough ones coming up here. Richland next week, Kindred the following week, Oak Grove, Milner North Sargent still on the schedule. Taking a look at the first half numbers here. First for the visiting Eagles, Danica Wendell with 7 points. Wendell coming in 5 points a game and playing in her 8th game of the year. First one after playing and missing some games with an injured thumb. Wendell, 7 points and 3 rebounds in the first half. 4 of 6 from the line, 7 for Danica Wendell. 6 points for Caitlin Tingley as Gareth Hansen had to kind of juggle Caitlin around some foul trouble. She picked up her second with 5:10 to go. Did come back later in the second quarter, but played for about a minute or so before coming back out with about a minute and a half to go. As Caitlin Tingley, 6 points, 3 rebounds, so they kept her at 6, leading scorer for the Eagles coming into play tonight. Hope Lindgren, 4 points, and 3 in a late second quarter 3 for Rayleigh Bartholomew, as 20 in the first half for the Enderlin Eagles. They're 7 of 11 from the free throw stripe in the first half, so 7 of 11, right around 63%, 63.6% from the stripe. Caitlin Tingley, 1 of 2. Hope Lindgren, 2 of 3. Danica Wendell, 4 of 6. Team foul 7 against the Eagles in the half. As 3 on Brooke Christensen. She picked up her third with 1:14 to go in the second quarter. 2 for Caitlin Tingley, 1 each for Hope Lindgren and Kaylee Schleck. Leading rebounders, Wendell 3, Christensen 3, Caitlin Tingley 3, as the Squirrels a decided edge on the glass, and Enderlin's taking pretty good care of the ball. Just 3 first half turnovers. For Central Cass, the Squirrels led by 8 points from Morgan Lee off the bench in the first half. Morgan Lee knocking down a pair of threes, and she's been one of their probably more consistent three-point shooters. She came in 8 of 21 from three-point range. She actually shoots better from three-point range than she does from two-point range, 34% overall, but she's knocked down three-pointers 9 and 10 here in the first half, averaging about 5 points a game. She has 8 in the first half to lead the way for the Squirrels. 5 points for Riley Holzer, including a three-pointer. Squirrels hit 3 threes in the first half. 5 for Holzer, 2 each for Lexi Boer and DeConte Smith, and 1 for Emma Lee. And taking a look, see if that's all the points that we have. And that is the case. 18 in the first half for Central Cass. Free throw shooting certainly hurt them. 3 of 10 from the stripe. Leonard 0 of 2. Emma Lee 1 of 2. Kaylee McKinnon 0 of 2. Morgan Lee 2 of 2. And DeConte Smith 0 of 2 from the stripe. Team fouls. Counting it up here, 9 in the first half for Central Cass. 3 on Jalen Cotton. Her first half was really limited due to foul trouble. She picked up her second with 7:08 to go in the second quarter. Picked up her third less than a minute later with 6:12 to go in the second quarter, and did not return after that. 2 fouls in Bella and Leonard, and 1 each for McKinnon, Smith, Morgan Lee, and Tori Richter. We mentioned 3 of 10 from the free throw line. Leading rebounders, Bella Leonard with 5. Riley Holzer 4, 3 each for Lexi Boer and Morgan Lee, and 6 first half turnovers for the Central Cass Squirrels. By quarter, Central Cass led 11-4 after 1. Enderlin went on an 11-0 run to start the quarter. The Squirrels went about 4.5 minutes before they got on the board in the second quarter. 16-7 in favor of Enderlin in the second. They were led by 5 from Wendell. They hit 3 threes in the second quarter as Bartholomew, Wendell, and Caitlin Tingley each hit 1 from beyond the arc. 16-7 Eagles in the second quarter, and at the half it is Enderlin 20 and Central Cass 18. Reminder that tomorrow, boys basketball for you, 103.9 The Truck. and 103.9 thetruck.com. Central Cass, the Squirrels boys at 3-0 in the region, will take on the 5th-ranked team of the state, the Richland Colts. As Jared Maiden will have the call for you. And I'll be back with you Tuesday for girls hoops with Central Cass and Northern Cass here on 103.9 The Truck and 103.9thetruck.com. We're at the half. Both teams out for the second half of play. We'll come back with the second half in a couple of moments. Halftime score is Enderlin 20 and Central Cass 18. We're back with more. The second half coming up in 2 minutes. Ready to get the second half underway. Brad Anderson with you, with Jeremy McIntyre producing things at our studios. Oh, just a few blocks away in Castleton. Our game brought to you tonight by Jerry's Excavating of Castleton, by Mustang Seeds, Bank North, Enderlin Insurance Agency, our agents Deb Gilland and Luba Richards, by the Enderlin Inn, just off of Highway 46 in Enderlin, the Cass County Reporter, the Farmers Union Oil Company of Emden, the Hunter Grain Company, along with Proceed. Need seed? Think Proceed. Big thanks to those folks that make our broadcast possible pretty much all season long. We wouldn't do the amount of games we do and go the places we go if it wasn't for those folks. 20-18 as both teams ready to get ready for the start of the second half. Taking a look, talked about it. It's kind of a jumbled mess once you get to the middle of the pack, and the Squirrels have held their own 3-2 in region play, and they have played, I can say this for the girls and the guys, have played a very difficult out-of-region schedule. Thompson, Clinton HMB, a couple of state-ranked teams that the Squirrels have faced. Central Cass scoring 47.5 points a game, giving up just a hair under 51. Enderlin scoring 54.6 points a game and giving up 41.7. They give up the second fewest amount of points in Region 1. Only Kindred at just under 40 a game gives up fewer. 5 for the Squirrels. It'll be McKinnon, Holzer, Lennard, Jalen Cotton, and Lexi Bohr. Squirrels from right to left as we see it, and you'll hear it to start the second half. Holzer between the circles with it as second half underway. Lennard just inside the foul line, banks in a shot. Lennard for 2, and we're tied at 20. The Eagles will start the half with the Tingleys. Kayla and Caitlin along with Lindgren. Wendell starts the second half in place of Christensen. Wendell tripped up, lost her balance, and went down. Turnover Enderlin as the loose ball scooped up by Holzer, and Holzer trying to deliver the pass. Couldn't pull the trigger on it cleanly, and then took an extra step before she released the ball. Turnover Central Cass on the travel. Five for the Eagles. Lindgren, Schlecht, Kayla and Caitlin Tingley along with Wendell. Christensen, 3 fouls will start the second half on the Pine. Right wing, it is Lindgren. Pushes a pass for Caitlin Tingley. A 3 coming up over Holzer. Line drive shot no good. Lexi Bohr, her 4th rebound. 1 shot and that's it. Back comes Holzer. Right side for Cotton. Opening minute, 3rd quarter, entry pass. That is McKinnon. McKinnon turn around inside off the glass, no. And Wendell grabs a rebound. Her 4th of the game for Enderlin. Clears it for Schlecht. 3 on 4. Schlecht will drive the free throw line down the paint. The runner off the glass, no good. Holzer grabs the board. Squirrels will see if they look to push tempo. Met by a pair of defenders as she crosses the timeline. Holzer for McKinnon. McKinnon right wing. Now a crossover drive into the paint. Puts up the runner off the glass. That's no good. Kaylee struggling from the floor tonight, whether it's inside or out. Rebound Caitlin Tingley. And back come the Eagles. Kayla Tingley finds a lane and works her way between the circles front court for the Eagles. Schlecht thought about a 3. Loosely guarded there by Lexi Bohr. Takes a couple of dribbles back for Lindgren. Back up top, Wendell. Wendell, ball above her head. Defended up top by Jalen Cotton. Sends it right side for Schlecht. Pass fake. Now will take the 3 and hit it. Schlecht hits the triple. That is the 4th made 3 for the Eagles. 23-20 Enderlin. 6:20 to go, 3rd quarter. Right wing with it. It is Kaylee McKinnon. Back up top for Holzer. One-handed pass for Cotton left wing. Cutter coming through. McKinnon finds it. Cutter McKinnon turns. Layup good. Cut it the foul. Got that Cutter free. Found an opening inside. McKinnon kind of been struggling a bit from the floor. There she got behind the defender and a chance for the 3-point play. It's Kaylee McKinnon, a chance for the 3-point play to try and tie it. As McKinnon, 62% foul shooter, averaging around 5 points a game, cannot complete the 3-point play. Free throw missed, and Wendell grabs her 5th rebound. 23-22 Enderlin. Feed down floor. Schlecht got behind the defense in transition off the glass and scores. 5 in the quarter for Schlecht, and nicely done in transition by the Eagles. 25-22 Enderlin. 5:55 to go, 3rd quarter. Good crowd tonight on this Thursday in Castleton. A cold night. It's going to be colder tomorrow, too, and the next day. Morgan Lee picks up her dribble. Inside Bohr. Lexi turns off the glass. That's good. And 1. Lexi Bohr, a chance of the 3-point play again. Now they're starting to get some low post looks. I think Jay Bachman said in the first, there's an adjustment. They were taking probably far too many threes in the half. Foul on Caitlin Tingley, her 3rd. Bohr's free throw good, and they're back to even. That is the 2nd team foul against the Eagles. 3-point play for Lexi. She has 5, tied at 25. 41 to go. Lindgren loses the ball, kind of climbed up her arm, and she got it back and then double dribble. Garrett Hansen said it hit off the defender, and I was wondering the same thing. She lost the ball, kind of crawled up her arm, it glanced off of Lee, then she started the dribble again. A double dribble to call, says Lonnie Yervis. Turnover number 2 of the second half against the Eagles, and the inbounds for Holzer. Squirrels a chance to try and retake the lead, their first second half lead. Up top with it, Holzer reverses it left side, Morgan Lee. Eagles man-to-man defensively as Lee pulls up, free throw circle, jump shot, might have gotten a hand on it, stepped in short, rebound Schlecht. Down floor, ahead of the field, it's Caitlin Tingley, drives left-handed layup, good. Second time they beat him back in transition, 27-25, Enderlin by 2. 5:15 to go, 3rd quarter. High on the left side, Holzer. For Morgan Lee between the circles. Deep on the right wing, McKinnon. Cutter coming through, and Morgan Lee. A left-handed drive by Kaylee. Finds an opening in the defense. Down the paint again, and draws the foul. Free throws coming for the freshman Kaylee McKinnon. Kaylee Schlecht picks up her 2nd, 3rd team foul of the half, and McKinnon will head to the free throw line. Came in 62% of the season from the stripe, and that one rims off no good. She's now 0 of 4 from the free throw line. Brooke Christensen in for Danica Wendell. Good minutes for Wendell. Her first came back after injury for the Eagles. 5:06 to go in the 3rd. 27-25. Second free throw. Missed that one as well. Kayla Tingley grabs her first rebound of the game. Free throw woes continue for Central Cass. They're now 4 of 14 tonight. Up top with it, Schlecht. Cutter coming through Christensen. They get it in for Brooke. Opposite left baseline. On the drive. That is Lindgren. Steps through. Nice move and scores off the window. Nice athletic move by Lindgren. She has 6. 29-25 Enderlin. 4:45 to go in the 3rd. Holzer on the drive. Gets a step on the defender. Teardrop floater in the paint. Dances and rims off at the last second. No good. Rebound Christensen in traffic. And a jump ball. Trying to clear the rebound. Jump ball possession light. It will belong to Enderlin. Bella Lennard checks in. Out goes McKinnon for the Squirrels. 4:39 to go in the 3rd. Game brought to you tonight by Steve's Heating and Air Conditioning. Your carrier dealer in Castleton. Inbounds. Tipped away. Lennard comes up with a steal. Turnover Enderlin. Their 3rd of the quarter. Squirrels basketball. Right wing with it, Morgan Lee. Entry pass inside, tipped by Christensen. Trying to save it was Boer. Out of bounds, last touch by the Eagles. Cass County Wildlife Club bringing you basketball tonight. Their Wild Game Night coming up Saturday night at the Red River Valley Fairgrounds in West Fargo. A drive by Leonard, shot blocked, getting a hand on it. I believe it was Tingley. Loose ball, and Leonard trying to pick it up in a short corner. Lost it out of bounds, turnover Central Cass. The Wild Game Night Saturday night at the Heart of Lake building at the Fairgrounds in West Fargo. Gibson checks in for Central Cass, in for Lexi Boer. 4:22 to go in the third. Enderlin 29 and Central Cass 25 here at 103.9 The Truck, 103.9thetruck.com. In backcourt, Kayla Tingley with it for the Eagles. In the front court, Tingley. Drop it off between the circles for Schleck. Squirrels man-to-man defensively. Kayla Tingley. Caitlin calling for it. Gets it high on the left side to the wing. Shot fake for Kayla Tingley. 18 to shoot. Works her way up top. Hit by right-handed dribble. Pass wide. Picked up by Tingley between the circles. Heads left with it. And a hold in the foul on Holzer. Riley picks up her first of the second half against the Squirrels. Stops the clock with 3:58 to go in the third. Inbounds. Far sideline front court to trigger it in Kayla Tingley. Pass fake. Leonard will defend to the inbounds. Christensen back high on the left side for Tingley. Bounce pass inside. Lindgren in traffic. A kick out right wing. 3. Caitlin Tingley up. Off the back tab. No good. Emily grabs the rebound. It's her third outlet for Morgan Lee. Squirrels trail by 4. 3:43 and counting third quarter. Up top of it, Holzer. Out about a 3. Defended there by Schlacht. Morgan Lee right side. Pick and roll inside. Emily catches in traffic and banks it in. One lead to another. 29-27. Enderlin by 2. Kayla Tingley. Nice job on the press break for Caitlin Tingley. Baseline. Gets past Holzer to the rim. Off the glass and scores. 10 for Caitlin Tingley. Timeout Gareth Hansen and the Eagles. Check on the length of the timeout. Timeout presented by Valley Plains Equipment Hunter in Galesburg. Short timeout. 3:20 to go here in the third. It's Enderlin 31, Central Cass 27. We're back in 30 seconds.
People get lost from each other.
Timeout brought to you by Valley Plains Equipment, your area John Deere dealer in Hunter and Galesburg. You'll also find them in Valley City, Jamestown, Crookston, and Hillsboro, your area John Deere dealer, valleyplainsequipment.com. Squirrels ball 31-27, Enderlin. Gibson far corner with it. Eagles, they'll go man. Some zone in the first half at times. Splitting a pair of defenders. Teardrop floater by Holzer. Dances and rolls off the back iron. No good. Rebound Emily. Put back and scores. Emily for 2. 39-21. It is now a 2-point Enderlin lead. Pass to the near corner with it. That is Tingley. Caitlin pass tipped and some contact in the paint and a foul called. Foul against Central Cass. Number 3 on Bella Leonard. It's the second of the half against the Squirrels. Leonard and Cotton, 3 fouls for the Squirrels. Christensen and Caitlin Tingley, 3 for the Eagles. Christensen catches free throw line at the inbounds, trying to put up the shot and got knocked away and out of bounds. It'll stay with Enderlin. Tori Richter in. One thing the Squirrels do have, they have depth. Dave Hockman can mix and match, or a lot of teams can't in the region. Inbounds taken by Caitlin Tingley. Deep 3, Caitlin Tingley, 22-footer, front rim no, tapped up, loose ball, rebound Christensen inside and fouled. 4th rebound, Christensen also a block shot tonight, and free throws coming. Foul's going to be number 2 on Emily. That is the 3rd of the half against Central Cass. Christensen's first free throw good. Brooks' first point of the night, 32-29 Enderlin. Christensen 7 points, nearly 8 rebounds a game. A 73% foul shooter. Second free throw good. 33-29 in favor of Enderlin. Substitution, Rayleigh Bartholomew in for the Eagles to give Schlacht a breather. We've seen pretty much a 6-player, about a 6 to 7-player rotation for the Eagles. 33-29, 4-point lead. Gibson Near corner with it for Tori Richter. Back for Holzer. The reverse and right side for Morgan Lee. Cross court for Richter. Richter pops it near corner for Gibson. 18 on the shot clock. Back up top for Holzer. That's it right wing Morgan Lee. 13 to shoot. Pass. Holzer pulled her hands back. Thought somebody else was going to get that ball, and they didn't. Out of bounds. Turnover Central Cass. It's their third of the second half, and now 9 turnovers in the game. 2:15 to go. Inbounds coming. Will be taken by Schlecht. 33-29 Eagles by 4. Kayla Tingley tightly guarded there by Gibson for Bartholomew. High on the left side. Works her way inside the arc and double dribble. 4th third quarter turnover for Enderlin, 7 on the game compared to 9 for Central Cass. 2:05 to go in the third, but a tight game. Squirrels led by as many as 7, actually an 11-4 lead after 1 quarter. Biggest Enderlin lead, I believe, has been 4 as it is right now. 33-29. Left wing Richter. Richter back for Morgan Lee. Cutter coming through in Richter from the free throw line to the right wing. Pass fake Holzer. One-handed pass dropped by Richter. Can she save it? She tries to and cannot. Off the far sideline out of bounds. Turnover Central Cass, their 4th of the quarter. Danica Wendell checks into the Enderlin lineup to replace Richter. Kaylee McKinnon Christensen will go out for Enderlin. Richter out as Kaylee McKinnon back in for the Squirrels. 1:45 to go in the third. The 2 Tingleys in there with Bartholomew, Lindgren, and Wendell, your 5 for Enderlin. Now it's past right wing. Tingley drives from the right wing. Runner into the paint. Rolls around the rim and dances off. Rebound Morgan Lee, her 4th rebound for the Squirrels. Down the far sideline, into front court to the right wing for Central Cass. Left of the key, McKinnon open. 3 is on the way, front rim short. Lee an offensive rebound, dribbles out beyond the 3-point arc. Fresh shot clock for the Squirrels. 1:20 to go in the third quarter. Eagles to a 2-3 zone now. Kaylee McKinnon. Cross-court pass tipped away by Caitlin Tingley out of bounds. It'll stay with the Squirrels with 24 in the shot clock and a minute 13 to go in the third. Lexi Bohr in as Gibson out. Caitlin Tingley will check out as Kaylee Schleck back in. They'll get Tingley out of the lineup to avoid picking up that 4th foul here late in the third quarter. Up top, Holzer, left wing McKinnon on the drive to the short corner, now retreats. Sends it back out, Holzer, left wing for McKinnon. Shot clock 13. Deep 3, Holzer from 21. It's deep. Rebound long. Off the back tab, and the rebound is Schlecht. Schlecht the other way for Enderlin. Into front court with it. Comes to a jump stop. Left wing Bartholomew. Thought about a 3. Contesting was Lee. Sends it back out for Schlecht. High post. Lindgren. Hope Lindgren back up top. Wendell swings it left side. Driving Schlecht. Veers off to the baseline. Now for Bartholomew. 19 on the shot clock. 40 seconds to go. Third quarter. Left wing 3. It's Schlecht up. Rims around and off. And the loose ball foul. It's on Lindgren. And a reach and keep that ball in play. And on the back of one of the Squirrels inside. Second on Hope Lindgren. 14 fouled against the Eagles. Split-second difference between shot clock and game clock here at the end of the third. 33-29 Enderlin. Front court comes Holzer for the Squirrels to the top of the key. Right wing for Morgan Lee. Back up top for Holzer. Reverses it left side. McKinnon. Back up top for Holzer. Right wing Morgan Lee. Cross court McKinnon. McKinnon drives past a pair of defenders. Puts it up. It's blocked. And Emily picking up the loose change in the paint and is fouled. Wendell picks up her first, 5th team foul. And Emily to the free throw stripe here for Central Cass. As Lee, 59% foul shooter, averaging 7 points a game. Toss is good. So Lee has 5 third quarter points, 6 total. 33-30 in favor of Enderlin. 15.6 seconds to go in the third. Second free throw is around the rim and off, out of bounds. As Wendell and Lexi Bohr each had a hand on it. It will stay with the Squirrels. So Central Cass a chance with the final shot. 14.3 seconds left. Shot clock off here at the end of the third. Lexi Bohr is inbounds, caught up top by Holzer. Riley drives down the paint, draws contact, forces up the shot, rims around and off. Rebound picked up by Kayla Tingley. 6 seconds to go. Tingley front court. 4 seconds to go at 3. Left wing Wendell. 3 falling away is short, and that'll end the third quarter. After 3 here from Castleton, Central Cass High School. Score after 3, it's Enderlin 33, Central Cass 30. Fourth quarter coming up in 1 minute. update. Halftime in Fargo. Oak Grove leading Milner North Sargent 29-27. Underway here in the fourth. Squirrels basketball. Cotton bounce pass for Holzer, right wing. Haley McKinnon back for Holzer. 33-30 Enderlin by 3. Lennard into the paint. Shot no good. Reverse layup by DeConte Smith. She got the offensive rebound, no good. Rebound goes to Enderlin. It is Lindgren. In there with Schlecht. Caitlin and Kayla Tingley and Christensen. Pass by Lindgren trying to find Christensen. She had cut to the hoop. Pass went over her head and a turnover. And Brooks said, hey, good idea. She hats hope in the back and says next time it'll work. Turnover number 5 against Enderlin. For the Squirrels, it is Holzer, Lennard, McKinnon, Cotton, and DeConte Smith. 7:25 to go in the fourth. It's 33-30 Enderlin. High post Jalen Cotton. Baseline, right side. Smith's shot was blocked. Rebound, Jalen Cotton. Shot at the side of the basket, no good. Ball off a couple of sets of hands. It's still loose. Smith drops it off for Lennard inside. Shot no good. Rebound, McKinnon put back, no. Tapped around, loose ball. There's Cotton inside to score. And the Squirrels had chances and chances, and they finally cash in. 33-32, Enderlin by 1. Hope Lindgren here side with it. Bounce pass to the corner. Caitlin Tingley's all by herself for 3 and hits. 13 for Caitlin Tingley. 36-32, Enderlin by 4. 6:47 to go in the fourth. Right wing McKinnon. McKinnon trying to knife her way and find a soft spot in that zone. Shot blocked. Second block for Christensen tonight. And here comes Enderlin with numbers. 3-on-2. Tingley is maybe a foul against Central Cass. Bella Lennard will pick it up in a hold. 4th on Lennard. 5th, make it the 4th team foul against Central Cass. 5 for Enderlin. Lennard out with 6:38 to play. Lexi Bohr back in for the Squirrels. 36-32 Enderlin. Right elbow shot by Lindgren, no good. Christensen trying to save it, taps it back into play where it's picked up by Kaylee McKinnon for the Squirrels. Pass off the back of Lexi Bohr. She wasn't looking, but retrieving it to DeConte Smith. DeConte right of the paint. Bohr, touch pass McKinnon, left of the key. Jalen Cotton open. Rainbow 3 is a foot short. And Smith tried to save it, and did she? No. She was able to throw it off of Tingley, but she was out of bounds when she did so. And back to the Eagles. 6:18 to go in the fourth. So a couple of teams up towards the top of Region 1. Milner North Sargent losing at the half, and Enderlin in a battle here up by 4 against Central Cass. Here's Schlecht. Nice job of the press break. She got to the free throw circle wide open and hits. 7 for Kaylee Schlecht, and Enderlin, I believe this is their biggest lead of the night. 38-32 Eagles. 6 minutes to go in the fourth. Possession right now to the Eagles. Each team plenty of timeouts. They have 3 timeouts remaining. Holzer to the top of the key. Sends it right wing for Jalen Cotton. Looks inside. Return pass Holzer left wing. Drives in and around a couple of defenders. Cotton baseline pass. Christensen trying to rip it away. Smith able to rip it away, and a foul on Brooke Christensen. Christensen will pick up her 4th. It is the 6th foul. So Christensen 4 fouls. Caitlin Tingley 3 for the Eagles. I'm going to call that a shooting foul? I didn't think so. Smith was set up with a free throw line. It's only the 6th foul, and it was not a shooting foul. Emma Lee checks into the Central Cass lineup for DeConte Smith. Christensen out as Wendell back in for the Eagles. 5:43 to go in the fourth. Enderlin by 6 at 38-32. McKinnon right wing. Every pass for Bohr. Bohr tried to drop it for Cotton. Good idea, but couldn't catch it underneath the basket. Turnover Central Cass. Their 5th here of the second half. And 11 on the game. Eagles with a 6-point lead of the ball. Front court comes Schlecht. Walks her way into front court. Up top, Kayla Tingley for Caitlin high on the left. Right-handed drive with the free throw line. Bounce pass right wing Wendell. Back up top, Caitlin Tingley. Thought about a 3. Contesting was Holzer. She'll drive, spin to the paint. Drop it left wing for Schlecht. 17 to the shot clock. Ball knocked free. It's loose, knocked away. Picked up by Bohr. Turnover Enderlin. Squirrels have numbers 5 on 4. Schlecht late and getting back, but retaken. Holzer had it poked away in the paint and grabbed by Lee. Simultaneous turnovers. Holzer 3 far corner. Spins off, no good. And the rebound picked up by Enderlin as Hope Lindgren grabs her 2nd rebound of the game. Back come the Eagles. Caitlin Tingley in the drive. Bumps into Bohr. Layup is short off the glass, and Lexi Bohr the rebound. 4:52 to go. Holzer front court to the top of the key. Somebody lost a shoe. Left wing 3. It's Cotton. That is up no good. Looking to see who blew a tire out there. Bounce pass out for Caitlin Tingley. And now got the officials timeout. That was Hope Lindgren that lost her shoe. The shoe was in the paint. They kind of kicked it away so nobody stepped on it. Now the officials noticing, giving her time to put it's her right sneaker back into play. Jalen Cotton will check out of the lineup. Morgan Lee in for Central Cass. 4:40 to go in the fourth. Squirrels have hit one of those lulls offensively. Just one basket on a putback from Cotton here in the fourth quarter as they trail 38-32. Enderlin ball up top of it. Lindgren for Danica Wendell. Ball above her head, looks inside, peeks a second time. Left wing, it's a three. Caitlin Tingley in and out, no good. Good look, but rattled out. Another rebound, 6 now for Lexi Boer, the lone senior for the Squirrels, finding McKinnon. 4:20 left, timeout. Timeout called by Jay Bachman of the Squirrels. It'll be a short timeout. We'll take a break. 4:20 to go, fourth quarter. Valley Plains Equipment timeout with Enderlin leading. The Eagles 38, Central Cass 32. We're back in 30 seconds. .420 left off the Valley Plains Equipment timeout as Morgan Lee hits the right baseline jumper and good. 38-34. It's a 4-point Enderlin advantage. Lindgren front court across the Squirrels emblem at center court. Central Cass will go man-to-man defensively as Lindgren ups it high on the right side. Caitlin Tingley, crossover, bumps into Holzer and able to get a step on Riley and a blocking foul called. Next, they're going to say through an elbow to Riley Holzer. Second on Holzer, 5th team foul. Team foul 6 on Enderlin, 5 for Central Cass. 3:58 to go in the fourth. It's 38-34 Enderlin. Eagles trying to remain perfect in Region 1. 5-0 in region play, 8-3 overall. Tingley stops right of the paint. Entry pass Lindgren, back right wing for Wendell. Up top, juggling catch by Schleck, feed inside. Lindgren turns to her right, turnaround shot over board, good. 8 for Hope Lindgren, nice move. Turn around to her right, 40-34, Eagles by 6. 3:38 to go. Morgan Lee left to the key window, the free throw circle. Holzer left to the key, finds Emma Lee. Takes one dribble, back up top. Holzer, Morgan Lee heads to the left wing. Now a crossover. Enderlin packing in a 2-3 zone on the drive. Lee weaves it in around the defender. Shot no good. Put back by Emma Lee, no good. Second chance, got that one to go. Emma Lee, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 40-36. Squirrels show press. Lindgren now the near side, chased by Boer and also by Morgan Lee. Tapped it away from behind into the hands of Holzer. Back for Emily, and Enderlin turns it over. Morgan Lee chased from behind by Tingley. She switched hands on the dribble just in time. Holzer, 3 minutes to play. Far corner with it. McKinnon tees it up 3. Left side, good! There McKinnon knocked one down. First 3 of the night. It's a 1-point game, 40-39 as McKinnon knocks the inbounds away from Tingley. And out of bounds. 5 straight all of a sudden for Central Cass. Lexi Boer checks out. Bella Leonard in for Central Cass. 2:46 left. Wendell out for the Eagles. Christensen back in for Enderlin. Looking to trigger in the inbounds. It'll be a timeout. Timeout called by Gareth Hansen and the Eagles. Full timeout. And we'll break. So Valley Plains Equipment timeout. 2:46 to go in the fourth. It's gotten interesting all of a sudden. It's Enderlin 40, Central Cass 39. Full timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds from 103.9 The Truck. Timeout brought to you by Valley Plains Equipment. Hunter and Galesburg looking at the last possession. Good ball rotation by the Squirrels. McKinnon, one of the reasons she knocked that 3 down, he was awaiting for that ball to be reversed, and when she caught it, she was ready. There was not a lot of extra movement. She was in basically quick release position and knocked down that 3. 40-39. Squirrels will show press. Baseball pass Christensen down floor off the hands of Lindgren, intercepted by Emily. Turnover Enderlin. They're 9th of the second half, 12 of the game, and Central Cass scored the last 5 points to take the lead on this turn down. Left side, McKinnon with it. Up top for Holzer, reverses it right wing. Morgan Lee, cross court, McKinnon, open, a 3 for the lead. Bingo! It's a long 2 for McKinnon. 41-40, Central Cass by a point. 2:20 to go, fourth quarter. Lindgren finding Christensen. Lindgren posting up, entry pass never got there. Chipped away by Leonard, stolen by Bella Leonard. Another empty possession and an Enderlin turnover. 2:07 left, 1 point, Squirrels lead on the ball. Lee will tee up at 3, that's off the front rim, no. Maybe early in the possession for that shot. Rebound goes to Christensen. Maybe a youthful exuberance there on the drive. Tingley weaves in around defenders to the rim. Layup dances off the rim, no good, and a foul against Central Cass. Now it's going to be number 3 on Emma Lee. 16 foul, 1:54 to go, and Caitlin Tingley, 1 of 2 from the stripe. She has 13 points. And she will try and either tie or take the lead. First free throw is good. And we are even at 41. Each team 2 timeouts left. Each team 16 fouls. Possession light right now favors Enderlin. Second free throw good. The Eagles have grabbed the lead. Tingley right at her average of 15. 42-41 Eagles. For the Squirrels, it's Morgan Lee, Holzer, Leonard, McKinnon, and Emily. Up to the key, it is Riley Holzer. Enderlin, man-to-man defensively. McKinnon, Haley right of the key with it. Right wing for Morgan Lee. 1:40 to play, 20 on the shot clock. Left-handed drive, Morgan Lee. Ball knocked away, no. Reach-in foul. First on Kayla Tingley. More importantly, 17 fouls, so the bonus into play with 1:38 to go. As Morgan Lee to the free throw line. She's 2 for 2. Tonight from the stripe. She comes in just a 43% foul shooter into play this evening, 9 of 21. She knocks down the toss. The first one here, she has 11, and we're even at 42. Each team 2 timeouts remaining. Second free throw is up. Rims off, no good. Rebound hits off the side of the basket, and it's going to be a loose ball foul as Caitlin Tingley trying to pick up that loose ball got tripped up. Got deflected, hit the bottom of the basket. Caitlin Tingley picked it up in the corner and got tripped up. Morgan Lee, the personal. It's her first. 17 fouls, so we walk to the other end for free throws, and Caitlin Tingley, who just hit a couple moments ago, will have a chance to give Enderlin the lead. 1:35 to play, an even game at 42. Toss is up. Good. Enderlin has not missed her in the second half from the stripe. 5 of 5 for the game, 12 of 16. If they hang on to win, free throw shooting might be a reason why. Second free throw, missed it. Back rim, Morgan Lee, her 6th rebound. So a 1-point lead for the Eagles. Squirrels with the ball, trailing 43-42. 1:27 to go. Holzer between the circles, high on the right for Morgan Lee. Cutter coming through. They find the cutter, McKinnon. Sends it back out. Errant pass chased down Morgan Lee. Right wing for Leonard. Entry pass tipped away from Emily. Ball was loose. Leonard picks it up. Loose, and Christensen battling for that loose ball. Got tied up with Emily. Jump ball possession light to the Eagles. Good interior defense there by Christensen. Forces the turnover on the held ball. Enderlin ball. Christensen looks. Here's side. Schlack met in backcourt by McKinnon. Don't necessarily have to foul here. Schlack. Spin move across the time stripe. 1:03 to play. Shot clock 25. Enderlin leads 43-42. Tingley, right side for Hope Lindgren. Back up top for Schlack between the circles. 17 on the shot clock. Right to the free throw line, Lindgren. On a handoff for Tingley. Knocked away by Holzer, but right into the hands of Hope Lindgren. Lindgren will drive to the short corner. Shot clock at 8, and it knocked away, and we got a whistle. Is it either a double dribble or a foul? Well, one official is going to ask his partner, Lonnie Urbas, who was behind the play, see what the call was. What are they going to call? It's going to be an inadvertent whistle, apparently. So it's going to be Enderlin basketball. 7 on the shot clock. I think they were wondering if they thought about it was going to be a double dribble. They say it was tipped by the defender, so double dribble cannot be called. Christensen, Caitlin Tingley, 5 to shoot, drives baseline, bumps into a couple of defenders and steps on them out. Turnover 41 seconds left. 6-second difference between shot clock and game clock. 43-42 Enderlin. Pass to midcourt. McKinnon drives down the paint. Had her shot blocked. Ball tipped out of bounds. That's going to belong to whom? It'll stay with the Squirrels. 32.1 seconds to go. Timeout Central Cass. Full timeout, we'll break. 32.1 seconds to go. 27 on the shot clock when we come back. Enderlin 43, Central Cass. Update from Oak Grove. After 3 quarters, it is 44-42 in favor of Mildred North Sargent over Oak Grove. So a good game there. They're probably going to go down to the gun, and we certainly have one that maybe has a buzzer beater potential. 43-42. Enderlin a 1-point lead in the ball. It is Lindgren, the Tingleys, Kayla and Caitlin, Christensen and Schleck for the Eagles, Lennard, Morgan Lee, Emily, McKinnon, and Holzer for Central Cass. Inbounds underneath the Squirrels basket. Lennard, left wing, Riley Holzer. Eagles, they will go man-to-man, it appears. Right wing, Morgan Lee. Up top, McKinnon. Haley's had a couple of big shots here in the quarter. Right wing for Lee, back for McKinnon. 15 on the shot clock for Holzer. 19 seconds to go. Holzer veers right. Drops it off inside. Intercepted. Taken away by Christensen. Outlet Schlacht. As Schlacht fouled by Holzer. They pressured the perimeter. They really pressured the three-point arc and tried to drop it inside. There was nobody there. Into traffic, intercepted. Christensen. Foul is number 3 on Holzer. 8th team foul. Schlacht will shoot 1-1 here for the Eagles. Toss, good. Haley Schlacht with 8 all here in the second half. It is 44-42 Enderlin. 9.9 seconds remaining. Second free throw up, good. 3-point game. Timeout Enderlin. Short one called by Gareth Hansen. 9.9, we will keep it here with the short timeout. Timeout brought to you by Valley Plains Equipment, Hunter and Galesburg. And Enderlin, if they hang on and win here, I think, well, we talked about it earlier, one factor is probably going to be free throws. They have made their share. 7 of 8 second half. 14 of 19 by our numbers for the game. Our coverage brought to you by the Hunter Grain Company, the Farmers Union Oil Company of Emden, the Ring Neck and Leonard, Moore Engineering West Fargo, the Cass County Reporter, along with Enderlin Hardware Hank, Mary Hill Manor of Enderlin, Bank North, Castleton Lumber, the Cass County Wildlife Club, along with Piper Tax of Castleton and Enderlin. I think Gareth Hansen told his team, don't foul, especially not at the three-point arc. Lee, Holzer, McKinnon, Lennard, and Emily. Morgan and Emily in there for Central Cass. 9.9 to go, and at least the Eagles are going to show at least a little backcourt pressure. Inbounds for Holzer. 7 seconds left. 45-42 Enderlin. Morgan Lee, right wing. Up top, Holzer. Left side, McKinnon. 3 for the tie. Left wing. Front rim and short. Ball tipped free. Horn sounds. Enderlin wins it. They got a decent look from the left wing. As they reversed it around, McKinnon, who hit one from that spot earlier in the quarter, got an open look and knew time was of the essence. The 3 went off the front rim, and Enderlin hangs on for the victory. So the Eagles remain perfect now, 6-0 in Region 1 play, 9-3 overall. Central Cass back to 500 in the region, 3-3, and the Young Squirrels fall to 4-8 on the season. Good ball game tonight here at Central Cass School. As I think we're going to see our share of these in Region 1 as we head down the home stretch with the region tournament about a month away. Final score on this one, the Enderlin Eagles now 9-3 overall, 6-0 in region play. Enderlin 45, Central Cass 42. We'll get to our post-game report in 3 minutes.
Double it up for the next time? Nope. I did that last year for about $50 here. What did you say? $5 that game well, you're walking. What about which one than 5.5? I'll take it. Oh, yeah? What's going to get right there? Oh, the bus leaves at noon. That way you should be there by 3:30. Bus leaves at noon. You should be there by 3:30 on time.
Nobody's going to listen to you.
Probably run it all off.
Go there and yell on it.
We'll have her and this other loud one.
Joan Holler.
Going on.
Yep.
My favorite that year is when Julie Jensen called 3 seconds until the ball. I said, you were a varsity coach. What do you mean? It doesn't start with the ball on a foul.
We don't have the ball.
So I always complaining. It's your stroke. Well, that guy went with the stupid one. See you.
Good seeing you. Good seeing you again.
I'll try.
Tomorrow morning, folks, huh?
Get on the line.
Good one tonight. Another tight one within Region 1 play. 45-42. The win for the Enderlin Eagles over the Central Cass girls tonight as we wrap things up. Our final numbers coming here momentarily. Let's see if we can check out some other scores for you. 3 quarters of play. Big game, top 10 matchup in Region 1. Or Region 2, excuse me. It is Cavalier leading Hillsborough Central Valley. That game in Buxton, 48-45 Cavalier with the lead after 3 quarters of play. See if we have anything else to pass along for you at this point. We mentioned Mildred R. Sargent was leading Oak Grove, 44-42 it was going into the 4th quarter. That game still in progress right now at the Gorder Gymnasium in North Fargo. 45-42, Enderlin the win, so the Eagles now 9-3, and they got a nice team. You've got a couple of good scores, Lindgren and Caitlin Tingley. Christensen, some length, some rebounding inside. Danica Wendell played well off the bench, and they got a nice group. Like I say, that's a team that they're trying to battle for one of those top 3 seeds and avoid the play-in round. And the other thing Gareth Hansen talked about, looks like you look at Kindred. You don't want to assume anything, but if you say Kindred potentially is the number 1 seed, you'd like to avoid them and potentially meet them if you can take care of business on your end and maybe get them maybe in a potential region final instead of trying to have to beat them in the semis. 45-42 the final. Central Cass falls to 4-8. Another tough loss here for the Squirrels as Central Cass has lost 6 of 7. They got another key region matchup coming up Tuesday night up at Northern Cass when they face the Jags, and you'll hear that game here on 103.9 The Truck. Final numbers for the victorious Eagles. Caitlin Tingley, 16 points, right around her average. She came up big in the 4th quarter, though. 6 points, 3 of 4 from the line late, 16 for Tingley and 4 rebounds. Kaylee Schleck, 9 points, 3 rebounds, all 9 points in the second half. Hope Lindgren, 8 points, including a big turnaround basket in the fourth. 8 points for Hope Lindgren. 7 points, 5 rebounds for Danica Wendell. 3 points for Rayleigh Bartholomew, and 2 points, a couple of block shots, and 5 rebounds for Brooke Christensen, and a final total of 45 for Enderlin. Eagles got it done from the free throw line as they were 14 of 19 for the game. That puts them at 73.7%. 7 of 8 from the line in the second half. It's from the stripe. Caitlin Tingley goes 4 of 6. Hope Lindgren 2 of 3. Danica Wendell 4 of 6. Kaylee Schleck 2 for 2, and Brooke Christensen 2 of 2. Team foul 7 second half on the Eagles. A final total of 14 in the game. 4 for Christensen, 3 for Caitlin Tingley, 2 for Hope Lindgren and Kaylee Schlecht, and 1 each for Kayla Tingley and Danica Wendell. Leading rebounders, unofficially Wendell and Christensen with 5, Caitlin Tingley 4. 11 second half turnovers for the Eagles, and by our numbers, 14 on the night. Central Cass led tonight Morgan Lee. We've seen some of the young players, some of those 8th, 9th, and 10th graders, seem like there's one every night that steps up and makes some big contributions, and Morgan Lee was the one that stood out tonight. 11 points, 6 rebounds, knocked down a couple of threes in the first half, as she ends up being the only Squirrels player in double figures with 11 points. 8 each for Emma Lee and Kaylee McKinnon. Lee had 8 points, 4 rebounds, and McKinnon was really struggling from the floor. He had a couple of big shots. Just going to double check my numbers here from the floor. Actually ended up with 7 points. The second of those long shots she hit in the fourth quarter was actually a 2-point shot. So 7 for Kaylee McKinnon. Emily, as we mentioned, with 8. 5 points each for Lexi Boer and Riley Holzer. Lexi had 6 rebounds. Riley had 5. 2 points, 6 rebounds for Bella Leonard, and 2 points each for Jalen Cotton and DeConte Smith. Cotton, her numbers and her minutes limited due to foul trouble, especially in the first half. Final total of 42 for Central Cass tonight. Free throws, Enderlin won by 3, 8 more points from the foul stripe. Enderlin was 14 of 19. The Squirrels were 6 of 18 from the free throw line, 3 of 8 second half. Leonard, nothing of 2. Emma Lee, 2 for 4. McKinnon goes 0 of 5. DeConte Smith, 0 of 2. Morgan Lee, 3 for 4. And Lexi Boer, 1 for 1, completing a 3-point play in the third quarter. Team fouls, final total of, counting it up here, 17 for Central Cass, 8 in the second half. 4 for Leonard, 3 for Emma Lee, Jalen Cotton, and Holzer. 1 each for Tori Richter, McKinnon, Smith, and Morgan Lee. Leading rebounders by our numbers, Boer, Morgan Lee, and Leonard had 6. Holzer 5. Emma Lee had 4. 8 second half turnovers and 14 on the game for the Squirrels. By quarters, it was 20-18. Enderlin led at the half. 13-12 Eagles in the third. They got the lead to 6 at one point of the second half. Was 33-32 Enderlin after 3 and 12 apiece in the fourth quarter. Squirrels battled back as they got the lead to a point at 40-39 and eventually did take the lead at 41. I think it was 41-40. But the Eagles had some free throws down the stretch. 45-42 your final. The Enderlin Eagles come away with the victory. If we have anything else to pass along, we have one final score in Region 1. The Wyndmere-Lidgerwood Warbirds defeat Maple Valley 48-43. Those teams will meet again February 2nd as part of the NDSCS Girls Basketball Bonanza at the Blick Reactivity Center. But as the region game there, Warbirds beat Maple Valley 48-43. And don't have a final yet. That game's still in progress with Milner, North Sargent, and Oak Grove. The Bulldogs were leading 44-42 going into the fourth quarter there. And we'll see if there's any other scores or finals to pass along before we call it a game and call it a night here at Castleton. As we mentioned, after 3 quarters, it was 48-45 Cavalier over Hillsborough Central Valley in boys hoops. Region 2 with some boys basketball tonight. Griggs County Central was taking on Finley Sharon Hope Page tonight. See if we have any score on that one. Halftime score there. Griggs was leading Finley Sharon Hope Page by a score of 29-28. Next broadcast will be tomorrow night. Boys basketball from Colfax, Richland 44 School. The state-ranked Richland Colts, number 5 in the state, will take on the Central Cass Squirrels. Both teams 3-0 in region play. Should be a good one. Jared Maidenwald will have the call for you tomorrow around 7:30 on 103.9 The Truck and 103.9thetruck.com. Big thanks to our sponsors. You'll hear that list momentarily. Thanks to Jeremy McIntyre producing things at our studios. And thanks to you for making us a part of your Thursday night. Final score one more time in this one. It is Enderlin 45, Central Cass 42 in Region 1 girls basketball tonight from Central Cass School in Castleton. Good night.